Good morning, Devils fans, indeed, as we secure our second win on the season with a 5-4 overtime victory over the New York Islanders. I just finished watching a replay of the game here this morning because I was up late last night with the groom-to-be, again, here at a wedding that's happening today. The Devils were nice enough to give the Islanders a point, telling the groom here that that's his wedding present. I'm not going to give him the full two, obviously, but I think a pity point is a fine enough wedding gift for an Islanders fan. What's there to say about this game other than Jack Hughes is certifiable? I mean, this guy is leading the league in points. He should be the favorite, odds-on favorite right now for the Hart Trophy, one of our early predictions. And I mean, this kid, my gosh, he's got to be the best player in the NHL right now. Just when he is on the ice, he controls and dominates play. Did it all himself essentially there in overtime. Although, shout out to Timo for the great hockey knowledge play, holding on to the puck, but like just in the right spot to set up the line change to get Jack back on the ice, but not let the Islanders get full fresh legs on themselves, and then Jack does it himself to win the game. A few other things I did want to take away from this one. Video is going to be a little bit quicker than maybe I wanted it to be for such an awesome game overall by the team, because got wedding activities I got to get to when groomsmen here. So biggest thing for me is obviously we got a goal in the first period, but we still did not score first in the first period. Once again, did go down 1-0 in the first. Not the greatest. It was a great shot there by Nelson, but yeah, don't want to be giving up the first goal of the game every single game. But thanks to Dougie and Timo on the second unit power play, as I am going to call it, we tied it up late, which is good. Finally got our first period goal. Didn't go into the first intermission down. Hopefully that monkey's off their back a little bit, and we can start to come out flying even better, as I thought this was probably our best first period of the season so far. I think just across the board, we came out and controlled play against the Islanders. Kind of said it in the preview for the game. Just based on matchups and stylistic differences between the team, this should have been a game where we controlled play, had the lion's share of shots, and that's how it played out. But probably should have won this game by a few more. Probably did not need to go to overtime. Sorokin was insane. I mean, just an absolute monster. That save against Jack, preventing maybe the possible Hattie. Obviously, it probably doesn't go to overtime for Jack to get that second goal if he pots that first one, or if Sorokin doesn't make the it wasn't really that crazy of a save against Bratt. Bratt kind of shot it back into him with a fully open net, but still, he was there. He made the save, but then the insane save against Bastion even later on, keeping the game within reach for them. So shout out to Sorokin. I said it. He's arguably the best goalie in the NHL right now, at minimum top 3 in the argument. So he really kept the Islanders in it. I mean, that's their entire season is Sorokin. If they are going to make the playoffs, it's going to be because of that guy, and he showed off in this game why. He is absolutely insane. Now, as far as the goals against go, not the greatest. It wasn't really a systems thing where, we just got outplayed. It was just a lot of, well, there was the Smith one, right? He loses the stick, guy is completely wide open, and he pots it. Unfortunate, but still, Smith got himself into a bit of trouble, possibly drawing a penalty against us. So he had to drop his stick in hopes of that not happening. So we didn't draw the penalty, but then he had to go recover his stick, leaving a guy completely wide open in front of the net, giving up a goal that way. And then we had the third goal against was a complete, I do not know. So this is kind of where I definitely wish I had a little bit more hockey knowledge. I consider myself pretty knowledgeable, but I could not read the play on whose mistake this actually was. We heavily, 4 guys were, basically all 5 guys were on half of the ice, with Siegenthaler being the only one really net front to cover the other half of the ice by himself. The Islanders dug the puck out of the corner against 4 Devils, essentially, and then got it to the other side of the ice. There was 3 Islanders over there to just Siegenthaler. He goes down for the block. They make the nice pass. The guy's wide open. Boom, another goal. And then, obviously, the 4th goal against was with the pulled goalie. They got the extra guy on the ice. They just crashed the net. Got an awesome bounce for them, and it goes into the net. Is what it is on the pulled goalie one. They crashed the net. You really don't want them to get to that spot anyway to be able to even have our goalie swimming and get the lucky bounce, but they did, and it goes in. Really, it was the first two, the Smith stick drop and then the absolute defensive blunder. Again, I don't know if that was on Timo, if he pinched way too far to the one side, or if it was our other winger that pinched way too far over. I wasn't really sure on the live watch, but was not good. That's just not a good defensive play. I really am not too upset at the other ones. The Smith stick thing, I'll probably keep beating the drum of I want to see Miller over Smith. Just I want to see what Miller's like in an actual NHL game. We just haven't seen him to say, oh, no, Smith is definitely better. And if Smith clears, then awesome, keep playing him, I guess. But give Miller a shot. It's not like Smith's been a world beater. He's cost us almost a goal against in every game. And I'm not even too upset at him. He's fine as a seventh line defenseman. We can outscore his blunders, but yeah, we got a guy sitting on the bench that should be a much better player than him. So I would like to see Miller play. We got another 3-day break before a Tuesday game, 7:15. Reminder on that one. But for this one, the power play. Travis Green, I don't know if he did anything super special. Honestly, from my eye, it looks like he basically implemented a system that was go out there and skate around. Do not be too stagnant. I want you guys moving, flowing, down low, up high, just not just with the puck, like actual body movement between all five guys on the ice. And then just let Jack Hughes do Jack Hughes things. And that's a very good strategy for the Devils in basically every facet of the game. In 3v3 overtime, 5v4 power play, or 5-on-5, or 4-on-4, just give Jack the puck, especially this season so far, and just magic is going to happen. He is going to likely get you a point out of it somehow. He is at, 10 points now in 4 games. He sets the Devils record for most points through 4 games. We got Lindy Ruff, his 100th win as a Devils head coach. So that's awesome to see there. I'm expecting a lot more wins coming Lindy's way. Going to get him even higher up on the all-time winning leaderboard for NHL coaches. And Bratt quietly, again, Jack is taking up all the oxygen, but Bratt is out here with 8 points through 4 games. I believe he is tied for second in the league in points overall. Just low-key having a phenomenal season. I mean, we saw it through preseason. We were talking him up there, and I think he's just not getting the talk because of Jack. But yeah, Bratt has been absolutely fantastic, continues to produce. Now, these were, 4 power play goals and then the overtime winner. Jack is just electric on the power play, but obviously you want to see some 5-on-5 goals, but we should have had multiple. The Jack glove save, the Bratt missing, not missed, but shooting it into the pads on a basically fully open net, the Nate Bastian being robbed, even there was a few more that were not as insane as those 3, but we had a few other ones that, a Nico tip up front, that could have been great. Now, speaking of Nico, he did not play in the third period as of, I think, 10 a.m. this morning, as far as I could see. There was no update other than what Ruff reported last night with the upper body injury. I don't know if that came from getting crunched in on the boards at one time. We saw him take multiple hits, go into the boards a few times already that game. He's been one of the most hit players against already in the NHL. It's his style of play. He is not scared to get into those gritty areas. He's always up against those type of guys that are willing to throw the body. So, yeah, we know Nico goes through some wear and tear. Hopefully we got a 3-day break. He did not seem to be grimacing as much as he usually grimaces, even when he's not hurt. So hopefully a few days off here. No game till Tuesday. I'm not really worried about him missing a game. So just sitting in the third. You have Jack Hughes. You can sit Nico. Obviously, we still need some production out of our captain, but he's been doing everything else. So I'm not going to complain too much. Timo gets his first point, obviously looking for his first goal. Toffoli gets his first goal as a Devil. I do want to talk about that goal a little bit as, oh gosh, what a beautiful shot. There's not been too many Devils as of late. Probably nobody since Kovalchuk and not even Jack or Bratt that shoots the puck like Toffoli did on that goal. Just the absolute drag and snipe. That's what you want to see from him. If he keeps consistently doing that now, getting finally his first one pocketed, power play goal, that's why he is on that top unit there over Timo. Timo has a blistering shot, like he has a hard shot, but he is a volume shooter guy. He is not a sniper. Toffoli is. That is the type of goal. He is your goal scorer, and that's why he is there. That's why he is the top, or at least started off on the top line, and stays top line with Jack. And so, yeah, Timo, Jack, Toffoli looked really good. Again, I don't know if that's just Jack, but Timo had his best game across the board. I still want to see more. I think there is still a whole nother year or two to Timo's game. So maybe he just simplified in this one, and that really did help him out. You let Jack do all the carrying. Don't think about it too much. Simplify and just do the smaller things. Timo had a much better game, and I'm hoping he can build off of that now and start to take over a bit. Because if he can take over like Jack and Brad have, and Nico finds his way, that's where all the hype and excitement was this preseason, and that's what we can look forward to over a longer year. Because hey, it's been 4 games, guys. It's only 4 games. We're 2-1-1, three games with points. Obviously, just the one loss, almost a comeback against the Panthers. Um, you love to see it. We got who should be now our easiest matchup with Montreal on Tuesday. We got a nice break, another away game, which we know the boys love. So I'm expecting another big one there. Obviously, don't want to go too much into a preview against them as we got a few days off, so I'll have to find some stuff to record and talk about. Update on Nico, obviously. I'll dig into this game a bit more because, again, I'm, away at a wedding here. So just watched the game as quickly as I could on a replay. Didn't go back rewatch anything like I sometimes do to try and just make sure I'm not making stuff up, miss stuff. I want to try and be as accurate and insightful for you guys as possible. I think that's really going to do it on this one. Again, we got 3 days off, so maybe tomorrow, but I'll be returning, we got the wedding tonight. We'll see what kind of condition I am in tomorrow. So maybe a bit more of a recap come Monday, being able to actually dig into the numbers and stuff. Preview on Tuesday against Montreal, and then actual game reaction on Wednesday when we have another game because we have a back-to-back after 3 days off before this game yesterday. Now 3 days off before Montreal, and then we get a back-to-back again. It's been a fun little schedule in NHL, but whatever. We had the best travel schedule in the league. Can't complain too much. So yeah, that's gonna do it. I gotta get going. Got some wedding stuff to do. So Devils win. Let's enjoy it. We got 2 points. Jack Hughes is MVP. He's gonna win the Hart. I think it's a lock already. Just give him the trophy. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. We'll see what kind of condition I'm in. As always and forever, let's go Devils, baby.